Welcome back. Example number 2, anger towards myself for unhealthy patterns. Did you just see that little hand movement? Also observe yourself, and we'll be getting more into that. I love that in module 5, what you can learn like from your body and your movements about your own emotional patterns and all that. So it happens at some point, and sometimes, and it's getting better now, but it still happens at some time that, I tend to eat very hectically, or I kind of overwork myself so that I, work too much and then I get mad at people because I'm kind of stressed. Or, as I said, I eat too fast or too much, or like unhealthy things, or just waste my time, or do something that actually with like a clear mind and with a creative way of thinking, with being like at ease, you would have solved that in like 10 minutes, but instead I'm like sitting on my laptop for like 2 hours trying to figure out that thing and trying to force a solution, and it just creates more and more havoc. And then I'm angry at myself for actually doing this again and again and again, and seemingly not learning from that. Although right now I'm actually very, very happy when that happens, because I really see improvements with that, and this is truly due to this kind of work of like working with my emotions. So I also see like all those unhealthy habits, they are like much less of a problem than they used to be before. They happen occasionally, but they don't take me out of my workflow anymore so incredibly bad, Anyway, so what do I do? Importance of feeling that, the anger towards myself. Okay, and now I'm getting like frustrated and angry towards myself, for not being good enough, for, not having made the learning right in the very first moments, but have to repeat the learning over and over. And this is what also gets me frustrated and angry at myself, not being perfect the first time I do things. We all have those patterns. What are yours? Good question to ask. So the importance of feeling that, and I felt that, let it arise, didn't do anything with it. And like, then thoughts were coming out, like, kind of complaining in my head about myself. And like, I often have done this kind of, scratching myself, or kind of scratching my head. And I witnessed that, these little, kind of anger release movements. And you see also kind of biting of fingernails, and whatever that is, you just observe that. Take the fingers back, okay, see, feel the energy, feel it there. You don't do anything with that, you don't manipulate it with like, okay, breathing, now I need to be calm. It's not manipulation, it's just letting everything happen and learn from that. And what I learned from that is a few things I shared already. All those unhealthy habits, for example, overeating, or complaining in your head, getting mad at people, these are what I call release patterns. And release patterns release an emotional load within yourself. So it's actually nothing bad. It's not a character flaw of yours or mine. Now I'm talking about myself and seeing what I've learned there. It's not something that's wrong with me, that I'm kind of an angry person. It's just by wanting, success and approval of people through those courses and all the online stuff that I'm doing, by wanting this so bad, I work so hard and so much so that I get into imbalance, and my body gets like in tension, and my whole system, so that I need those relief patterns, like eating too much, to artificially calm myself down, the calmness that I don't find within myself. Now, as I said, it has gotten a lot better once I now understand these patterns and the emotions behind that. So that's why I also encourage you to do exactly that, because it heals you on all levels. Not to be perfect sometimes still, but like in a way less scope than it was like a year ago, where it was like really bad, those habits in myself, because I was just pushing all the freaking time, I didn't learn, and getting angry and frustrated at myself. So what can you learn from that? And also, learning an expression can be, by happened again. Then you do something physical, or when you really felt it through. I like to kind of get rid of this energy doing some push-ups, or a little exercise, or like go for like a little quick walk, take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, reset yourself. Because when it's like really some of your deeply ingrained emotional patterns, it doesn't go in an instant, at least not at first. It takes a few minutes, but also that's fine. The more you learn that, to kind of accept those emotions and let them pass, the quicker they pass. And after a bit of practice, you really feel like, okay, it just takes like 30 minutes and then it's gone. But it needs to be practiced, and at first it like stays, can stay for like quite a long time. So this is another example of my inner work.